Got a spinny chair. Let's focus that. There we go. My girlfriend's not allowed in my studio. And this is not just a ban on her specifically. This is a ban on many people. My friends are also not allowed in my studio. You guys are not allowed in my studio. No one can come here. This is my sanctuary. Listen to the silence. I can actually hear my camera buzzing. It's that quiet in here. But the reason you're not allowed in there is not because you'll break my silence. It's because I'm working. It's because I'm always working in here. This is the place where work happens. Now, there's kind of a misconception with freelancers and self-employed people that we sit in cafes with our laptops open, obviously a MacBook Pro, flat white just next to us, glasses on, pootling away on the internet, doing creative things, generally not doing any work, and that we're free at any given time to have a bit of a chinwag. Now, with all the one-to-ones I've done, I've realised that some of you believe this to be true as well. Let me just tell you, that is not true. We are not free. We do not have time for a chinwag, a coffee, and a little catch-up for an hour. We should be working. We should be working on new creative ideas. We should be working on our admin. We should be making sure all of our systems are nice and neat. And if we've done all of that, we should be cleaning. Clean your studio, clean your desk, clean your house, clean something. Don't hang out for coffee. Now, it seems a bit mean, and I do have a sign basically telling you to piss off if you haven't made an appointment, but it's because I did a quick sum. If my girlfriend pops around 2 or 3 times a week on the school run to have a coffee, half an hour each, that's an hour and a half. I have a friend pop around twice a week, that's 3.5 hours in total gone. We multiply that by the time of the year, and all of a sudden I am losing days of my working life, actually weeks of my working life. And why should I? Why should I have to do that? I can't turn up to your place of work and knock on the door and go, can I speak to so-and-so? I just fancy hanging out for a bit. And likewise, they would be like, no, I've got work to do. I'm at work. I'm working. As photographers, we must view our 9 to 5 time, or whichever time you sculpt out for your photography, we must view it as work. For me personally, I 9 to 5 it. I treat this like a normal day job. Every day, Monday to Friday, often Saturday as well, 9 till 5, I'm in the studio. If there's a kid's performance at school, I'll sneak out early. That's my privilege. But generally speaking, I will not leave here until 5:30 at the earliest on a weekday because I'm working. And it's so important to have that mindset. It is so important that you go, do you know what? These are my work hours. If my mum phones me up during the day because she doesn't really get what it is I do as a job, sorry, my eye was itching. My mum phones me up in the day, which she often does. She only phones me Monday to Friday between 9 and 5 because she believes I don't have a job. I don't pick up. Because if I do pick up, I lose an hour of that time speaking to my mother, which then means I can't leave till 6:30, which then means I get home at 7, which is bedtime for the boys. Well, not the older ones, but the youngest. It's bedtime for him. So I've just missed seeing the children because I've taken a phone call during office hours. Because if I stop working, nobody's working. In an office, if you skive off for an hour, for a lot of jobs, people won't notice. But if I stop working, that entire hour's work still needs to be done. So it might sound harsh and it might sound cruel to say that no one's allowed in my studio, do not come in, fuck off. But there is a reason for it. And I cannot stress to you enough how much you must value your time and protect it for whilst you're working. By all means, 5:30 p.m, be in the pub getting absolutely trolleyed, that's all good. But until 5:30 p.m, you're at your desk, you're doing your work. There is always something to do. I have never got to Friday at 5:30 and had nothing to do. Nothing's ever been finished. There's always more work than there is time in the day. So be strict with your time. Carve out those office hours for you. Maybe you're a real morning person. You want to start at 5 in the morning, finish at 2. That's great. Maybe you're more of a night owl and you start at 11 a.m. Whatever it is, though, have routine, have structure, because it is key to being successful in this industry. I don't know anybody who works at the level I work at who doesn't keep a strict working schedule. It just doesn't work. We can't be the creative going, oh, yes, let's go and have some absinthe at lunchtime and get a little bit lit and then head over to the studio and be creative. We just have to put in the work. We're commercial artists. We are commercial photographers, and that is what we do. So if you think about coming to my studio, please think again. Bye-bye.